Guys, today I want to share with you the blueprint that I'm currently using in my life to find a good amount of success. I do have to say so. I'm actually surprised how quick this works. And a little bit of it I actually used a few years ago when I was working on my own landscaping business. And I was able to reach $10,000 a month. And at that point, I was eligible to enter a brotherhood where that was basically the entry fee. If you make $10,000 a month, you get in. And since then, I quit that landscaping business. And the past 30 days, I have made about $12,000 a month. I'm back up to the 10K. And I've added a few things since then that has really fast-tracked this progress. So I'm very excited to share with you guys this. This is something that is meant to be used not in the sole pursuit for money. This is to become the person that can obtain money and keep it. If you're constantly thinking like, where's the money, where's the money, where's the money? It's not gonna really work for you. So it's kind of a little mind trick that you need to use in amongst these lessons that we're going to be going into right here, these parts of the blueprint. So wait until the end, because I'm going to tell you guys how you can make it work with all these things. There's a bonus at the end, and it's going to make all this stuff work, but you have to stay to the end. It's the most powerful part. So without further ado, let's get into these and just jump right in. The first thing we're gonna start with, and I'm not gonna do any cuts in this video because I live this, I know how to do it. I wanna prove to you guys that I live this stuff, and there's not gonna be any cuts. It's gonna be just boom. So I wanna prove this as much as I can that this shit actually works. Number one, we have to do the state. We have to make sure your state's good. Every morning when I wake up, I get this little bad boy right here, my meditation pillow, and I meditate. This gets the state ready. I do my breathing. There's a special breathing method, and I'll get more into how you can capitalize on another thing, especially with the state, and the next thing, which is training your mind and body. More so the mind, the body kind of follows. But we'll get into that after. We'll stay on course here. I get the meditation pillow out and I get my state up first thing in the morning. Right when you wake up, you don't touch the phone. You don't touch the phone for the whole morning. You let that thing go. I'm really bad at it because I get messages in. I'm so eager to answer them, but we're not going to answer those messages. You don't touch the phone. You don't turn the TV on, no matter how tempting Danny Phantom is watching that in the morning. It's a sick cartoon from back in the day. And you leave the cartoons alone for a bit. What you do is you grab the meditation pillow, you have a meditation, you get the state right. Then after you have your meditation, you can have a coffee, get all energized. Don't have too much, don't overstimulate yourself. Have 1 cup, wait a little bit. If you want another, maybe 2, maybe 3. Don't overdo it. Get your coffee right, get some sunlight in your eyes, and those 3 things are gonna lift your state up more. And that's all you need to know about state. But if you want to go even more into it, just like I said, I'm gonna have an opportunity for you at the end of the video. Stay tuned. But the second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna train our mind and our body. Now I do the training of my mind in the morning with the breathing. It kind of follows after raising the state. It's the opportunity at the end. It all ties in together, so it's amazing. And I train the mind first thing in the morning, and then midday I have a recording that I listen to, and that also gives me my midday practice of training my mind. It's like the gym, you gotta train your mind as well. All you need to do is 2 sessions, in the morning and midday, and then when you're going to bed actually, so technically 3, but the third one, it's just an easy way to go to bed. So stay tuned for more on that at the end. And your body, you gotta lift some weights. You gotta lift some weights, or at least keep the blood flowing. Go for a jog throughout the day. Go for a walk even. Just keep moving. If you stay still, you see this with a lot of guys that retire. They retire and then they die like 3 months later because they're not moving. They don't have something to keep them moving. So you got to move to circulate the blood, and the best way to do it is to just go for a walk. And you want to have a decent physique, because when you have a decent physique, you look good, you feel good, and you know, so sometime down the road, maybe a girl that you're seeing wants you to carry her into the bedroom, and you don't want to look weak and not be able to do that. So it's a bad look. So just lift the weights. I'm not trying to make you go to the gym, but it's very beneficial. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but you have to move in some sort of way. So that's how we're going to train the mind and the body. Training the mind 3 times a day, morning, midday, night. I'll tell you more at the end. And then the body. Do a workout plan. 3 days, if you're a beginner, 3 days through the week. If you're more advanced, you can do 5 to 6 days a week. Or at least just walk. The third thing we're gonna do is we're gonna surround ourselves with people that are doing better than us. Making more money, getting more chicks, living a crazier life. Hang out with the guys that are living a life that you wanna live, because it's gonna set your standard high by default. That's the first thing. But the thing that I find the most is it gives you their perspectives. If you surround yourself around guys that are doing better than you, guys that are living a life that you want to live, you get their perspectives if you're around them. Even if it's just following a creator on YouTube, like right here. You watch their videos, you get their perspective, you get an idea, you try it for yourself. That's how I got to the point that I'm at now. I was making minimum wage before the landscaping business. I watched a lot of other guys' videos, learned a bunch of things, tried it for myself, got a lot of energy and drive from it, and I ended up using that in my own life. Got to $10,000 a month, wasn't happy doing the job. I took a big leap, went back to 0, and then just found success again. So I'm gonna get more into how that actually happens, where you drop something just because you're making money and find something that you love. There is magic behind that, stay tuned. But you just need to surround yourself with those guys, because they give you perspectives that you wouldn't see if they weren't around. So find a brotherhood, or just people that are doing better than you in life, objectively. If you want to join a brotherhood, a lot of brotherhoods are not free, you have to pay to play kind of deal. But if you want a free opportunity, I'm gonna be making a group where you can just click the link down below. I don't have it made yet. Maybe I'll make it and add it. Yeah, I'll make it and add it to this video. I'm gonna make a group on, I think Telegram, either Telegram or WhatsApp. And you can just join the group in, and I'm gonna put little tidbits of knowledge and life tactics and just whatever. It's gonna grow as it goes. And then you can get all that stuff for free. Be surrounded by other G's in there. I don't know if we'll be able to message each other, how that's gonna work, but we'll figure it out. Action before perfection. But stay tuned for that. We're gonna go on to the next thing, which is what I was talking before. Rediscovering your passions. That's for an example, it's when I quit my landscaping business, and then I'm doing what I'm doing right now and actually coaching guys with mindset. When you have the right mindset, you don't need discipline and confidence and all these things that are just, you feel like you need to work on them separately. A good mindset and a good mental training program really helps with everything. It's an all-in-one. If you learn how to use this, you don't need discipline. You don't need motivation. Although motivation's kind of good, because you see something that interests you and you pursue it, and then when you have the mental capacity to keep on going, it's endless what you can accomplish. So that's why I kind of lean more towards motivation than discipline. A lot of guys say, oh, Discipline's key, motivation's fleeting. But you find out more opportunity at the end if you capitalize on that. But back into rediscovering the passions, a little sidetracked. And it's good though. Going off on tangents like that, it fills in more things, and you can just skip through if it's not interesting you, but it's all perspectives. And I want to share with you as much as I can in this video, because it's going right on my Instagram so everyone can see. So I want this to be the main training and the main video on there. Rediscovering your passions, why that's powerful, is because it keeps you in the game indefinitely, and you'll be happy even when you're not making money. I went over a year doing this, not making anything. The first money that I got in was selling my new book. You can find that in the link in the description if you're interested, on the little bit of the journey that I followed up into writing that book. And yeah, I was making no money, but I stayed in the game because I loved it. I love talking to people. I love just talking on camera, being an idiot. And I'm a little more chill nowadays than I was back in the day because I needed to keep myself going somehow. But we still let it go. We still go crazy sometimes. It's just who I am. I tried to hold a lot of stuff back, and my passion is just being me, saying stupid shit that maybe a lot of people wouldn't find funny, but I find it funny myself, and I don't apologize, because the people that really vibe with you join the mission, and those are the people that's going to make you successful, and you're going to make them successful, helping them out and providing a service for them. Provide a great service for them in your passion, and then that funds the dream, and they just want to pay you because you're giving them so much value for free uphand. And that's why you need to find something that you're passionate about. You give them the free value when you're not getting paid, and then once they get enough value where they're like, holy shit, like he's giving me like tens of thousands of dollars in value, let's give him a little bit of cash. I want to see what this program's like. And boom, you sell the program and you help them even more. And yeah, it's amazing. I'm just thinking of the guys that I've helped already, and words cannot explain how amazing it feels. So I hope the energy's coming through the camera, because I'm just buzzing. I'm actually buzzing from it, just thinking about it. But yeah, that's why you want to find a passion. How do you find your passions? I want to help you find your passion right now. Close your eyes. Close them. I'm watching you. Close your eyes and think back to what you enjoyed doing when you were younger. Now, I really loved Spider-Man when I was younger, and I wanted to be a photographer because Peter Parker was a photographer. And boom, look at this. I'm doing video. I take pictures and stuff. I'm living the dream, and I didn't even think of it until I was doing it. I'm like, you know what? I'm actually kind of living what I wanted to do as a kid. My grandma gave me my first camera. It's a film camera, and they don't make that shit anymore. You have to get them from the hawk shop now. But I was wanting to be, that's what I wanted to be when I was younger. And then I watched a horror movie, and it really inspired me to recreate a scene in it. And I snagged the family camcorder, and I was filming with it, recording and reenacting the scene and everything. And I just naturally fell into this, where I'm doing what I wanted to do as a kid, and now I know how to do it because I've had a bit of direction, and I just went for it. I changed along the way. You're gonna change along the mission. The same things that you're doing at one point won't work after a certain point because you change so much. So you're gonna have to stop and reevaluate and go back at it again. And you're gonna have moments where you're gonna stop because you're changing so much, and maybe you don't wanna make the same content that you were making at a certain point. So you have to reevaluate, and it's okay. I've done that 3 times at least on this mission, where I stopped. One time it was for like 2 months because I was changing so much, and then I went on a different direction and improved as I go. If you keep on going and pushing and doing the same thing, you neglect your change. So if you do have a moment like that and you feel bad, because I felt bad a few times, where you stop because you don't want to go down the same route and you want to reevaluate, it's okay. If you need direction on how to navigate that, just send me a DM, send me a comment below, tell me what's going on. I can help redirect you in some sort of way, or if you want direct one-to-one training opportunity at the end of the video. So let's keep going with the next thing. And it's the last thing. Find a way to share your passions with the world and provide value to others and support yourself monetarily. So it's kind of like what I was going into, when like finding your passion and everything, rediscovering your passion. You find a way to provide value. So say you like ripping guitar, you're just shredding guitar. Well, you can provide value on Instagram or whatever, YouTube, by entertaining people with your guitar skills. You can play guitar on there, entertain them, and that could be the way that you provide value. And then on the back end of that, maybe you can teach guys how to do the same thing. Teach guitar. Say, hey, you know, I know you guys are digging the content, but if you want to shred like me, then just click this link below, have a one-to-one call, see if you're a good fit, and we'll see if you want to enter the program. And you can start off, don't undersell your product, don't go too low, because it'll give the perceived value to it. People just perceive it as low value. So set a reasonable amount. I would recommend, if you're doing a one-to-one, where you're teaching somebody one-to-one on a video call, I wouldn't charge under, like I'm in Canada, so you could do the conversion yourself, but I would set it at least $1,000 for one-to-one program running you know, anywhere from a month to 3 months. I would definitely not sell that for under $1,000, especially if you're talking to the guy one-to-one. I charge $1,500. So to give you an idea, Canadian, you can convert that to US, whatever that may be. But to give you a little idea, that's a little something that you can do. Use your imagination. Everybody's mission is different, but I'm gonna deliver on that promise that I was saying before, where you know, you have your mind training, and then using your mind to the fullest capacity, finding a way to deliver your passion, cultivate your passion in your mind, and deliver that to other people. It's actually found down in the description below. You'll see a 5-day free call. 5 days, Monday to Friday, or whenever we can figure out times that'll work best for both of us, to start discovering what you truly want. The 5 days are gonna be a lot of discovering what you truly want, rediscovering your passion, getting clarity, and then if you're a good fit, then we'll go from there, and we'll work on the mental training and developing a system to bring your passion to life so you can live off of that. If you're interested, click the link down below for the 5 days free challenge, and I'll see you there. But I'm gonna end it here because we're just coming up on about 20 minutes, a little bit under, I guess. And I'll see you guys there. God bless. And I need to think of a way to end these videos. If you guys have an idea, let me know. But I'm gonna end it the way I've been ending it lately. Go forth and conquer, and start a conquest and conquer it. There we go. I changed it up a little bit. See you guys. In a rich man's world. Woo! See you guys.